We didn't do enough to win the game. South Florida played better than us. Hats off to them to continue to fight. And I think they put up 6 runs in the 9th inning. Our guys did battle back and tie it so we could go to extra innings, but just didn't do enough. Those middle innings, our dugout was dead when we were just up 3-2. And we just didn't do enough in those middle innings.
Okay, we'll take questions for Coach. Please just use the raise hand feature and we will go from there. I'll start with Patrick Mason, please.
Coach, just, playing these guys 4 times in, 5 days or whatever, how tough is it? Just everyone's so familiar with each other. Did that play any part of it, or is that just something kind of quirky?
I mean, we were familiar with them too. So, everybody's got an even playing field. They just play better than us.
I'll go again. I guess, getting Jacob Starlin back at the top of the lineup, just kind of getting him back going. How'd you like the way he played and coming back and kind of sparking you guys a little bit?
Yeah, he did. He let us off with a home run. Unfortunately, we got a player ejected for giving him a sandwich. They called that a prop, which is a first for us. But, that's the new rules, I guess. No fun baseball because Groves was actually available for us out of the bullpen today, and we could have used another guy at the bullpen. But he wasn't available today and is not available tomorrow. So he's suspended for 1 game.
Go to Eric Gullickson, please.
Coach, a quick turnaround now, I guess, for tomorrow. As you look at that, last year you talked about constantly winning makes this tournament a lot easier. What do you guys got to do now?
Well, we got to go back to the hotel, get off our feet. Our guys played tired, even though we had 2 days off. So they need to dig deep unless they want to take a bus ride back to Greenville on Thursday.
Other questions? Go to Eric again.
What does starter look like for tomorrow, since you used a lot of different guys?
No idea.
All right. Anything else for Coach? Coach Godwin, thank you. Joined by South Florida coach Billy Mohl. Coach, congratulations on advancing to get the day off. Just get your thoughts on the game, please.
Marathon. Really proud of the heart that our guys showed, the no quit mentality. It's obviously not been the year we wanted, and to go up against a team for the 4th time in the last 5 days. Those guys battled all day long.
We got questions for Coach on the Zoom. Just raise your hand. We'll start with Patrick Mason, please.
Hey, Coach, Patrick from the Daily Reflector in Greenville. You talked about playing them so often, and you're down by, I think, 6 runs there in the 8th. So what's the confidence level from you guys in the dugout just going into that inning, and doing what you guys did?
We've been in that situation before a few times throughout the course of the year. We were down in that situation against Florida early in the year. It's not the first time we've been in there. And, we got a group of older guys that have been in the fires, and, those freshmen aren't freshmen anymore. So, we knew how important game 1 of this tournament was, and those guys left it all out on the field today.
And just sort of a follow-up to that too. I mean, you guys had 19 hits and 18 were singles, and I feel like it's difficult in today's game of baseball, just stringing hits together when the pitching's so tough. So how are you guys able to do that today? It just really, kind of beat them to death with singles.
I mean, I think it helped that we saw most of those guys this past weekend, so we were familiar with them. But you can't really explain it. They went in, they had good at bats, and sometimes you hit it where they're not, and sometimes you hit them where they are. We were on the good side of that today.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, the hit that wasn't a single was a home run to start the 8th. I mean, they put a 6 spot up in the 6th, and you took the first pitch of the top of the 8th for a home run. How much did that maybe spark what ended up happening for the last couple innings there?
Oh, I think that was a big spark. I thought that kind of lit the flame a little bit, like, hey guys, we're not out of it. Let's keep going. And then we kept tacking on.
And then even before the big innings late, you were getting base runners on, early with that. How much of a comfort level did that give you again going into the rest of the game? Left a bunch of guys on, but at least we're getting base runners against a pretty good staff.
Yeah, it felt like the tale of two halves, right? The first half of the game, we were, I don't know how many runners we left in scoring position. We had a runner on third, no outs, didn't get them in. It felt like it was going down that road, and that we flipped the script there in that second half of that game and took advantage of those opportunities. So I was proud of our guys for making the adjustment.
And then last one for me. So in a game like this where it's a marathon, you burn 6 pitchers, it goes to extra innings. How important is it to be on the plus side of that, get the day off at least to go into to play a UCF team that was pretty efficient in their win today?
I mean, that's huge. I mean, to say, to get that day off, to give those guys 24 hours rest in the bullpen that didn't throw a whole bunch of pitches is big. Having to bounce back tomorrow after using all those, we would have been on thin ice. So that's a huge win. Let the guys recover for 24 hours and get back at it on Thursday.
Anything else from the group here for Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.